The Christmas lights you're buying probably suck, but I'm here to help you. Gone are the days where we need to decide between warm white, chaotic rainbow, tangled messes in our garage. I'm going to show you some amazing options that look good both inside and outside, and one thing that's going to take your Christmas tree from looking run-of-the-mill to looking like the most custom, pre-lit luxury item in your entire household. And it's going to cost you an absolute fraction of that price. And the cool thing is, they're not just for Christmas. 2 years ago, when we moved into our new house, I had one goal. That was to make every light a smart light. All of the ceiling lights, all of the ceiling fans, anything that couldn't be smart has a smart plug, making it smart. I don't know what most of the light switches in my house do because I do not use them. I turn off all of the lights in my house with Alexa. I also like that they can change color immediately. So I can go from a room looking like this to something like this, or just something like this. You got options. That's what I'm saying. The one thing that was really lacking was Christmas. Holiday lights are so much fun, but let's be honest, they lack in a lot of ways. First of all, you get what you get. You pick out warm white lights, you got warm white lights forever. Colorful lights, you only get colorful lights. No variety there. You have to put them up every year. Put them away, a giant tangled mess, and take up like an entire tub in your garage. I mean, come on. But not this year, my friends. This year, we are doing things all different. We are upgrading our lives. We have upgraded Christmas to be smart, any color that we want, anytime, anywhere, and to be user-friendly and cleanup friendly so that they're not taking up so much space in your garage. Let's go. I've tried a lot of different smart lighting, and the one that I keep coming back to is Govee. First one we're going to talk about today has become extraordinarily popular in the last couple of years, and that is the permanent outdoor lights. Put them up once and they are good to go. They're super popular, and every single year I see more and more houses that have these up. I can't use these on the majority of my house because of the way that my house is designed, which has been a big bummer because they look so cool. Your house needs to have an eave that you can put it on, because the thing with these is they have to point down. If they point out, you'll be blinded. They're super bright and it's just not the way to go. So that's why we're going to get into the next Christmas lights that came out this year from Govee, and that is the icicle lights. I remember growing up when icicle lights became super popular. You had to choose, right? You either got them in just white, like a warm white that just static, or maybe they like twinkled a little bit, or maybe it had a button you could press where it had like 3 different settings. Not these, my friends. These ones can be anything your heart desires. If I want my house to be a rainbow house, we got a rainbow house. If I want it to be looking like Buddy the Elf lives here, Buddy the Elf lives here. If I want them to just be a nice, beautiful, warm white Christmas, maybe a couple that twinkle now and then, we can absolutely do that. If I want it to change every single day or every hour, I can do that. They are super, super bright, and they're tiny LEDs. They're really bright, they're waterproof, and they are not going to get all tangled up like those traditional lights. Next, we have the curtain lights. I remember having curtain lights up as a background for videos probably 7 years ago. And I remember these being ones where they had maybe 7 different settings. They were a warm white. They had a button on the side that you could click so that they could just be static warm white, twinkle. They could do the breathing kind of thing. There was like just a couple of different options that you could have. The difference here between what those ones did versus what these do is mind-blowing. These ones can do exactly that if you want. They could just be that easy peasy background, but they can also have drawings on them. You can upload GIFs, you can animate stuff, you can type. There's so many things you can do, and it is truly one of the most unique things I've ever seen. I had this as a background in my room for a while. Violet currently has 2 of them in her room, and then we decided to have one outside for our holiday decorations. They have a whole bunch of scenes that are like pre-made, but the really cool thing here is they have that community section. And so anytime people want to share the different designs that they've made, they upload them there. And then you get these amazingly creative, super cool ideas that are just so fun. You immediately can apply and see what they look like on your own lights. It's very, very cool. And it is honestly so fun to just go through and see what people have created. I have so much fun with these. In the same kind of idea as the curtain lights, another new one they came out with this year, the net lights. These ones are different than the curtain lights because they actually are like a net, literally like a net. If you think about the kind of lights that they make for like bushes and stuff, you can use them like that. However, I don't recommend doing that. If you have hedges that are like perfectly like Disneyland style, like perfectly rectangular, then you can. But I would use these for a wall, a fence, something like that, because unlike the ones you just throw over a bush, these ones have the ability to have very cool designs on them. Just to kind of get an idea of what these looked like, we gaff taped them up onto the garage just super quickly and like lazily, right? I could not get over how cool this looks. We'll work in different areas that the curtain lights being so tall wouldn't work out very well for. You could see yourself. It's really cool. You don't need them just for Christmas. They have so many different other uses here, which are very neat. The absolute creme de la creme for the Christmas lights are the smart Christmas tree lights. You want to talk about making your Christmas tree something special that you get to enjoy every day of the holidays. It's smart Christmas tree lights, and not just smart Christmas tree lights, but shape mapping. If you don't know, shape mapping basically means you put the lights around your tree or whatever you want to use them on, and then with the app, you kind of take a video where the lights will like change different colors. That lets the app know exactly where all the lights are on your tree or whatever you're putting it on, in case, they're not exactly wrapped perfectly correctly. Hopefully that makes sense. This is something that's been out for a little while. Before this year, the only company that I knew that did this was a company called Twinkly. I got the Twinkly lights last year. Twinkly lights, though, had some things about them that I didn't love. The app itself was not my favorite. It didn't have very many options as far as scenes go, and it wasn't as user-friendly. The other thing was that the lights got messy very quickly. It was frustrating because they came in this nice, pretty box, and then when I went to put them away, it became this just giant tangled mess, and I don't love that. Govee had come out with Christmas lights last year. I actually have them right here because I hadn't used them yet. And I loved them because this is 66 feet of lights, right? Look how small it is. They don't tangle. There are LEDs on here, so there's nothing to tangle. But they did not have the shape mapping, and I was super bummed about that until now. The new ones they just came out with, listen, I couldn't get over how easy this was. So I'm going to show you my tree, okay? This is a 7-foot tree. We put them all the way on, but it was a little bit too long at the top, so we had to kind of wrap it back down. Now, normally, if you had lights like that and it was just regular lights that didn't have the shape mapping, if you were doing certain scenes like this, it wouldn't line up properly because the lights weren't perfectly wrapped around the tree correctly. I literally cannot get over how cool this is. I get so psyched talking about this stuff. This looks like a custom tree. This looks like a $500 tree that you'd buy at Costco, and honestly, it'd probably have like maybe 20 different settings that you could do. And that's not the case here. The amount of stuff you can do with this is just endless. You could change every one of the lights to anything you want. You could make it any color. You can make it all different colors. That's the cool thing here. I literally still can't get over how cool this is. I can't get over how custom this looks with so little effort. And then the fact that it comes on this reel like this, and then you just, this is all it's taking up? Are you kidding me? Those are the ones that we have put up. Saw Govee had some other ones that also look amazing. Like they have one that all the lights are attached to this circle that you just put at the top of your tree, and then it just cascades down. So you don't even have to wind it around your tree. I know this sounds like I am a shill for Govee. I do streams with them on Amazon, but this is not a sponsored video. I just am so excited about their stuff. Truly have not found anything nearly as cool. I just want you to have cool Christmas stuff too. And if you end up picking up this stuff, tell me, show me on Instagram, because I love seeing the things that you guys create, and I love seeing your Christmas stuff. I love seeing your lights. I love seeing, that kind of stuff. Link in the description. I truly recommend getting it this week. Their stuff is at least 30% off. It is the lowest it's going to be for quite a while, and it's absolutely worth getting it now because this stuff is so good and it's going to last you such a long time, and it is so much fun. You will absolutely love it. It's so cool. So check it out. Can't wait to see what you do with it.